intelligence, virtual reality, and blockchain, with the potential to revolutionize the way stories are created, shared, and consumed. AI, for example, has the ability to generate narratives, analyze vast data sets of human behavior, and even personalize experiences in real time. While these capabilities hold tremendous promise, they also raise important ethical questions. How do we ensure transparency and accountability in AI-driven narratives? How do we prevent biases from becoming entrenched in the algorithms that drive our digital experiences? Fostering a culture of ethical inquiry and interdisciplinary collaboration will be key to answering these questions. Moreover, emerging technologies offer new platforms for storytelling that transcend traditional media boundaries. Virtual reality and augmented reality have the potential to immerse audiences in dynamic worlds, inviting them to become active participants in the narrative journey. These experiences can foster empathy, allowing individuals to step into the shoes of others and gain a deeper understanding of diverse perspectives. However, we must also be mindful of the impact of such immersive technologies on our cognition, relationships, and societal norms. As we embrace these innovations, let's keep sight of the human aspect that lies at the heart of every story. Technology should serve as a tool that empowers us to connect more deeply, rather than as a replacement for the human touch. In our rush to adopt the latest advancements, we must not lose sight of the values that make storytelling a uniquely human endeavor: empathy, creativity, and connection. The path ahead is one of co-creation, where human and machine, individual and community, past and future, converge to shape a shared narrative. By nurturing a culture of innovation that values integrity and inclusivity, we can construct a digital world that reflects the richness and diversity of the human experience. This requires an ongoing commitment to dialogue and reflection, ensuring that the stories we tell are always in service of the greater good. Ultimately, the story of technology and storytelling is one of evolution and interconnection. As we continue to write this narrative, may we do so with a sense of wonder and responsibility, weaving together threads of innovation, empathy, and stewardship. Our collective story is far from finished, and together, we hold the pen that will script the next chapters. Let us write a future where our technological advancements lift every voice, inspire every heart, and cultivate a world where progress serves humanity in its truest sense. As we look toward the future of storytelling intertwined with technology, it's essential to consider the evolving role of storytellers themselves. No longer limited to traditional authors and filmmakers, storytellers can now be anyone with access to technology. This democratization of narrative power is both exciting and challenging, as it raises questions about voice, representation, and control over narrative spaces. In this new landscape, whose stories are being amplified, and whose are being left behind? By emphasizing diverse voices and fostering platforms that elevate underrepresented narratives, we can strive for a more inclusive storytelling ecosystem. The intersection of technology and storytelling also invites us to reimagine audience engagement. With interactive stories, mixed media experiences, and transmedia narratives, the line between storyteller and audience is increasingly blurred. Audience members become co-creators, shaping the storyline through their choices and interactions. This shift challenges traditional narrative structures and invites us to rethink the balance between authorial intent and audience agency. Navigating this balance requires thoughtful design and a deep understanding of the audience's desires, expectations, and diverse backgrounds. Moreover, the rapid integration of AI in content creation poses fascinating prospects and complex dilemmas. As AI algorithms become more sophisticated, they can generate content that is not just coherent but creatively compelling. This raises substantial questions about authorship, originality, and the role of AI in the creative process. Do AI-generated stories carry the same weight and authenticity as those crafted by humans? How do we credit AI-driven works, and what legal frameworks should guide their use? To approach these challenges, we must cultivate a fertile ground for interdisciplinary dialogue involving technologists, ethicists, artists, and cultural theorists. This collaborative effort will help us anticipate the ramifications of emerging technologies and ensure that innovation enhances, rather than detracts from, our shared cultural heritage. By establishing ethical guidelines and best practices, we can create a sustainable framework for digital storytelling that respects both the craft and its consumers. Importantly, as we move forward, we must maintain an unwavering commitment to human-centric values, prioritizing empathy, understanding, and connection in all technological advances. Technology should amplify the human experience, not overshadow it. By focusing on this approach, we have the potential to foster a digital storytelling landscape rich with empathy and creativity, setting the stage for future generations to continue our narrative legacy. In this era of constant change, let's remain anchored to the timeless elements of storytelling that bind us across cultures and generations. Stories are the vessels of our shared humanity, the myths, dreams, and truths that define who we are. With each technological stride, let us ensure that our capacity for storytelling nurtures not just technological prowess but also the heart and soul of the human condition. As we write the next chapter of this intertwined journey, may it be a testament to our creativity, diversity, and shared pursuit of a more connected and understanding world. As we navigate this evolving landscape, it's crucial to reflect on how these technological innovations in storytelling can reshape societal narratives. Storytelling, at its core, influences perception and culture, hence the ways in which technology modifies, enhances, or even disrupts traditional narrative practices have profound implications beyond entertainment. One aspect to consider is the role of immersive technologies like virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, in transforming storytelling experiences. By situating audiences in a fully enveloped or contextually enriched environment, these technologies can create a more intimate bond with the narrative. Such experiences challenge the audience to engage deeply, providing them with the power to explore narratives from multiple perspectives. This can foster empathy and broader understanding by allowing people to walk in others' shoes, experiencing stories from angles they might never encounter in their daily lives. Moreover, as machine learning and natural language processing technologies advance, personalized storytelling becomes increasingly feasible. This personalization tailors stories to fit individual preferences, past interactions, or emotions, offering a bespoke narrative journey. While this personalization can enhance engagement, it also poses risks of creating echo chambers where individuals are only exposed to narratives aligning with their existing beliefs, potentially stifling diversity of thought and shared narrative experiences. Given the potential for misuse, ethical considerations must remain at the forefront. The creation and dissemination of deepfake technologies, for instance, pose serious challenges for truth, trust, and authenticity in storytelling. These tools can convincingly fabricate realities, calling into question the veracity of visual and narrative content. Mitigating misinformation and preserving the integrity of digital narratives will require both technological solutions, such as sophisticated deepfake detection, and societal efforts to foster critical media literacy. Alongside the challenges, there is vast potential for leveraging technology to archive and preserve narratives across cultures and communities, particularly those at risk of being lost. Digital storytelling technologies can ensure that diverse cultural narratives and languages are documented and shared, keeping them alive for future generations. This fosters a more inclusive historical record, paying homage to varied human experiences while ensuring that marginalized voices are not consigned to obscurity. Ultimately, the intersection of technology and storytelling is a space of remarkable possibilities and challenges. As we traverse this dynamic terrain, collaboration, ethical vigilance, and a commitment to retaining the human essence in our stories will be key. By centering our efforts on fostering empathy, understanding, and creativity, we can ensure that the narratives of tomorrow not only showcase technological marvels but also celebrate the enduring human spirit. In embracing this future, let us strive to keep our narratives both digital and analog as reservoirs of shared wisdom and emotional resonance. By doing so, we can continue to craft stories that reflect our complexities and commonalities, guiding us towards a more interconnected and compassionate world. Building on this exploration of technology's role in storytelling, it's crucial to consider the evolving nature of authorship and collaborative creation. Traditionally, storytelling has often been a solitary endeavor, with a single author shaping the narrative. However, technology now facilitates more collaborative approaches, where communities, sometimes global in scope, contribute to the creation of shared narratives. Platforms like wikis, social media, and even crowdsourced platforms like fanfiction forums enable diverse voices to contribute to and iterate upon stories. This democratization of narrative creation not only empowers individuals who may have previously lacked a platform but also enriches the diversity of perspectives within stories, making them more reflective of a collective experience. Simultaneously, this shift poses questions about intellectual property and ownership in a digital era. As stories become collaborative and rapidly disseminated across various platforms, traditional notions of ownership become blurred. Ensuring that creators receive proper recognition and compensation for their contributions while encouraging open collaboration and innovation demands a delicate balance. This will likely require novel legal and economic frameworks that value creativity and collaboration equitably. In tandem with these developments, there's an opportunity to harness technology for social change through storytelling. Narratives have always been powerful tools for advocacy and raising awareness about pressing social issues. With technologies like social media platforms and virtual reality, stories that highlight injustice or mobilize communities can reach a wider audience more quickly. This immediacy can drive action, inspiring real-world change by connecting people to causes in a visceral and compelling manner. However, it's critical to recognize and address the underlying digital divide that persists globally. Access to the internet and advanced storytelling technologies is still uneven, potentially exacerbating existing inequalities. Efforts to bridge this gap are vital to ensure that all voices can participate in and benefit from the digital storytelling revolution. Providing resources and training to underserved communities can empower them to share their narratives, further diversifying and enriching the global storytelling landscape. The potential of technology to support social inclusion is matched by its capacity to promote sustainability within storytelling practices. Digital narratives often eschew the resource-intensive processes that traditional media formats, such as print or film, require. This transition can lead to more environmentally sustainable storytelling practices, aligning creative expression with broader efforts toward ecological responsibility. As we continue to integrate technology into the fabric of storytelling, it's essential to embrace an adaptive mindset. The future of narratives will likely be influenced by advancements we have yet to fully envision. Quantum computing, for example, could revolutionize data processing and personalization in ways that are currently unimaginable. By fostering an environment of open inquiry, ethical reflection, and innovative spirit, we can navigate these uncharted waters effectively. In conclusion, the fusion of technology and storytelling is an ever-evolving journey that calls for continuous exploration and re-evaluation. By anchoring our efforts in empathy, inclusivity, and ethical responsibility, we can not only expand the boundaries of how stories are told but also enrich their impact on society, allowing them to resonate with authenticity and depth across generations and cultures. Let us continue to craft narratives that reflect our shared human experience, fueling our drive towards a connected and compassionate world. Narrative. Building on this exploration of technology's role in storytelling, it's essential to delve into the transformative potential of emerging tools like artificial intelligence and augmented reality. These technologies are already reshaping how stories are crafted and experienced. For instance, AI-driven platforms can assist in generating dynamic plot lines or character arcs, providing authors with new avenues for creativity and experimentation. Writers can leverage these tools to push the boundaries of conventional narrative structures, crafting stories that evolve in response to reader feedback or real-world events. Augmented reality, on the other hand, offers an immersive layer to storytelling that bridges the gap between the physical and digital worlds. Imagine a narrative that unfolds as you walk through a cityscape, where landmarks trigger integral plot points or character interactions. This level of interaction not only enriches the narrative experience but also fosters a deeper connection between the audience and the story, making it more personal and immediately engaging. However, the integration of such technology also requires a conscientious approach to privacy and data ethics. With personalized storytelling powered by AI, there emerges a need for responsible data usage to ensure that user privacy is respected and that the data is used ethically. Safeguards must be in place to prevent misuse and to build trust among audiences who engage with these technologically advanced narratives. Moreover, the fusion of technology and storytelling holds particular promise for education and cultural preservation. Interactive and digital storytelling can play a significant role in pedagogy, enhancing learning experiences by making complex concepts more accessible and engaging. Indigenous and underrepresented cultures can harness these tools to preserve and perpetuate their narratives, ensuring they maintain their place in the global storytelling tapestry. Moving forward, this evolution will necessitate interdisciplinary collaboration across technology, literature, education, and the arts. By bridging these diverse fields, innovators and creators can develop storytelling methods that not only entertain but also educate, inspire, and promote empathy. In summary, the merging of technology and storytelling is akin to opening a new chapter in the human narrative. As we venture deeper into this digital age, the stories we tell and the mediums we choose will continue to reflect our collective journey as a society. Embracing the possibilities with an open heart and mind, we can write narratives that transcend traditional barriers, illuminating shared dreams and challenges with newfound clarity and resonance. This call to action is not merely about embracing technology but about envisioning a future where stories remain the vessel of human insight, compassion, and hope, guiding us through the complexities of our modern world and beyond. As we look ahead, the confluence of technology and storytelling underscores the need for innovation that is both imaginative and responsible. The storytelling landscape is poised to be enriched by not only technological advances but also the diverse voices that it can amplify. Ensuring inclusivity in access to these storytelling tools will be paramount. This democratization of technology could pave the way for marginalized communities to share their own rich tapestries of experiences, fostering a more inclusive narrative environment. This potential for inclusive storytelling invites us to reconsider what we view as a central narrative. No longer should the stories that captivate us be predominantly shaped by singular perspectives. Instead, we can cultivate a vibrant mosaic that reflects the multiplicity of human experiences. Platforms that harness the power of AI and AR must be built with this diversity in mind, enabling creators of all backgrounds to participate in and influence the evolving narrative ecosystem. Furthermore, this technological renaissance in storytelling prompts a redefinition of authorship and reader engagement. Where once storytelling was primarily a linear and solitary endeavor, a single writer crafting a tale for readers to consume, there is room now for collaborative creation. Communities of storytellers can come together, not only in co-authoring narratives but in reimagining the roles of audience and creator. Readers might influence narratives in real time, shaping outcomes or character developments based on community input or collective decision-making. As our interaction with stories becomes more participatory, questions of agency and authorship become more pronounced. Who truly owns a story that is shaped by many hands and minds? How do we credit creativity in a world where the distinction between author and audience blurs? These questions highlight the need for new frameworks and ethics in storytelling practices. Moreover, the methodologies through which stories are shared could evolve with advances in digital infrastructure. Virtual and augmented environments may not only serve as venues for stories but as subjects of narratives themselves, exploring themes of virtual identity and digital citizenship in increasingly immersive worlds. Navigating this future will require thoughtful engagement with both the promises and pitfalls of these technologies. As we shape and are shaped by this new era of narrative engagement, it will be crucial to maintain the core essence of storytelling, an empathetic exchange that transcends the superficial divides among us. By crafting narratives that embody compassion and hope, we can use the tools at our disposal to unite rather than divide, fostering understanding in a world that is continually digitally and culturally interconnected. Ultimately, as creators and consumers of stories equipped with unprecedented technological resources, we must aim not merely to reflect our world but to challenge its paradigms, foster dialogue, and inspire change. The stories of tomorrow can guide us through the complexities of our modern existence, igniting the sparks of imagination and innovation that shape the world to come. In this unfolding narrative landscape, the role of education in preparing storytellers and audiences for these new possibilities becomes increasingly crucial. Teaching digital literacy alongside traditional storytelling techniques can empower individuals from all walks of life to navigate and contribute meaningfully to the stories of the future. Equipping the next generation with the skills to critically assess both the content and the context of narratives will help maintain a discerning, informed public that can negotiate the sometimes blurred lines between reality and fiction, particularly in immersive virtual environments. As we technologically enable more voices to join the global storytelling chorus, we must also remain vigilant about the preservation of authenticity and cultural integrity. The stories birthed in specific cultural contexts bear the distinct marks of those histories and should be shared responsibly. This means creating frameworks that respect and protect cultural narratives while allowing them to flourish on a global stage. Collaboration between cultural custodians, technologists, and storytellers is paramount in ensuring that technology acts as a bridge rather than a barrier to authentic expression. Furthermore, the development of ethical guidelines and protocols within the technology and storytelling industries will be vital in navigating issues such as intellectual property, consent, and privacy. In a world where digital footprints can easily exceed traditional boundaries of storytelling, safeguarding the rights and dignity of creators and participants is essential. This encompasses not only legal considerations but also moral ones, promoting a narrative ecosystem that respects different cultural values and human rights. Amidst grappling with these complex challenges, the potential for technology to illuminate and emphasize humanity's shared narratives remains a beacon of optimism. By connecting people across continents, technologies foster empathy and understanding while challenging prejudices and encouraging dialogue among disparate groups. Storytelling becomes a shared experience that weaves together the strengths, hopes, and struggles of people worldwide, strengthening our collective capacity to face global issues such as climate change, inequality, and pandemic preparedness. As storytellers, technologists, and communities come together to leverage this confluence of creativity and technology, they stand on the precipice of a new era, a time poised with the potential to redefine our understanding of narratives and their impact. In this moment, the challenge will be to ensure these tools and opportunities are wielded with wisdom, foresight, and a deep commitment to fostering a humanity that is fundamentally more connected, more inclusive, and more equitable. By doing so, the stories we tell in this brave new world can truly reflect the best of us, offering pathways to change, imagining brighter futures, and building bridges across the divides that once seemed insurmountable. In this evolving landscape, the intersection of storytelling and technology becomes not just a meeting point but a dynamic, ongoing symbiosis. This partnership has the potential to reshape how stories are created, shared, and experienced. With the rise of interactive and adaptive narratives, where stories can change based on audience interaction, we are witnessing a transformation in narrative structure itself. These innovations invite audiences to become co-creators of the stories they experience, fostering a deeper level of engagement and personalization. However, as these narrative forms evolve, they bring with them a responsibility to consider the ethical implications of such interactivity. The power dynamics between storyteller and audience can shift, requiring storytellers to be mindful of the potential for manipulation or exploitation in these virtual spaces. Transparency about the narrative's nature, whether it incorporates elements of fiction, fact, or a blend of both, is crucial to maintaining trust and integrity. Moreover, as artificial intelligence increasingly plays a role in storytelling, whether through generating content or personalizing story experiences, it is vital to ensure that these technologies are used to augment human creativity rather than replace it. AI can offer new insights and possibilities, bringing untapped stories to light and helping to manage and analyze vast amounts of narrative data. Yet, the essence of storytelling, its ability to convey emotion, intent, and cultural nuance, remains a deeply human endeavor that requires empathy and understanding far beyond current AI capabilities. As we embrace these technological advancements, the focus must remain on diversity and inclusivity. The digital storytelling landscape offers unprecedented opportunities for marginalized voices to be heard and for narratives that have historically been sidelined to find prominence. Ensuring equitable access to these technologies is a step toward democratizing storytelling, allowing a richer tapestry of human experience to be represented. In practical terms, this means investing in infrastructure and education that can bridge the digital divide, particularly in underrepresented regions. Encouraging diverse creators to participate actively at the forefront of technological innovation ensures that the narratives produced are not only varied and representative but also challenge existing stereotypes and offer fresh perspectives. As we navigate this journey, a collaborative approach that brings together technologists, artists, educators, policymakers, and community leaders is essential. By crafting a shared vision for the future of storytelling, we can align technological innovations with societal values, ensuring that the evolution of storytelling continues to uplift and unite rather than divide. Ultimately, this new era of storytelling presents an opportunity to redefine our collective narratives, challenging the status quo and contributing to a future where stories are not just means of entertainment but powerful catalysts for social change and understanding. By stewarding this potential with care and creativity, we can use storytelling to illuminate paths toward a more compassionate, connected world. As we delve further into the possibilities of this narrative evolution, it becomes increasingly important to address how emerging technologies can enhance accessibility for all individuals, including those with disabilities. Adapting stories into various formats such as audio, visual, and interactive experiences can make them more inclusive, allowing everyone to engage with narratives that resonate and relate to their unique experiences. The role of technology in storytelling also opens a discourse on the